When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see, one of the top teams in this conference, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and looking to throw, it's Jennings. He'll take a shot, and it's caught! Touchdown, SMU!
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
They just keep firing. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead, you want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep...
Third down coming up. From the gun on third down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting you, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive
Touchdown, Mustangs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were.
It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Into the end zone. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown, SMU. The defense takes matters into its own hands. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things and wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true, so I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go.
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
Now, you've seen the evolution with the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tiger!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
To the ground, he's got it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know,
Defense is the first one they've used this half. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns.
See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They're trying to slam it in. Touchdown, LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Able to make the catch, but not in the field of play. It's an incomplete pass. I'm sure they would have liked to have locked up a bowl trip much earlier in the season, but in this particular case, what does bowl eligibility mean for the offseason?
Well, it means 15 extra practices at the bowl game to develop young players. Getting to a bowl game helps your recruiting. It's going to help in the portal, and all of a sudden people are going to get a lot more excited for what's coming next season, David.
Yeah, and I think this squad, I don't think they're excited about the practices necessarily, but a lot of these seniors that have been around, man, they get another dance. They get a chance to play another football game, make some more memories with their boys.
Call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the banks of the Raritan in Piscataway, New Jersey, SHI Stadium, home to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a squad from the American, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Coming up. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights!
And this offense just made their first statement, the first drive. 4th down. What are we going to do? We're going to be aggressive. Not only that, they get the touchdown. They're rewarded. What a hot start for this offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Quarter 1 possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. And
Turning it on! Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Past the 50. Past the 30. He's at the touchdown, Penn State! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
This quarterback part of their running game. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so...
Just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. They took it right down to the wire, final game of the season, but they are now bowl eligible and they can cash in on those extra practices and bonding time.
It's really a great moment. Like, you work so hard, and listen, this team, the season didn't go exactly how they wanted it to go, but to end on a high note is really good. And yes, Palmer, talking about those moments, the free vacation, the hotel, the new spot, the new things you get to do, the practice is fine, but extra time with your boys.
No doubt about it. Memories that will last a lifetime. The bowl experience.
One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete! He gets it in! Touchdown, Tigers! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down.
Crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on.
Down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That thing would have hit a spring in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so...
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated.
Basketball may reign supreme in this state, but on this day, the Cards and the Cats on the gridiron for the vaunted Governor's Cup, and the attention of every blade of bluegrass will be right here. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head.
Stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense... Snake gets it done.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible.
To the air on second down. Unloads it left. Touchdown, Louisville! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this.
Skinny thing here, the quarterback takes a knee. Kentucky had the horses today, and they ran well down the backstretch and made it all the way to the wire to outlast Louisville and take home the Governor's Cup. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the banks of the Mississippi River, Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium in Memphis, home to the Memphis Tigers. As we'll see, the Navy midshipmen taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Memphis Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. Joined here in the booting goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. On the option, now the toss. Touchdown Tigers! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Down behind the line, a loss of 1. Now the play fake. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
3rd and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by
this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Makes it past the marker. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. There he goes. Touchdown, Navy! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This option play puts so much stress on a defense because if the pitch guy ends up getting the football, there's usually only one defender left to make the tackle. If that guy doesn't get him down, he's gone. And that's what you just saw on that play.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Memphis!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Right down the gut of the field. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, midshipman.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Lewis wants to pass. Back's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Memphis! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money, he's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
They're running and they have to get everybody lined up. Rushes on him. He's got the tight end. They will score! Touchdown, Navy!
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
To a knee. The wins keep piling up, and the stakes get higher along with it as this squad remains unbeaten on the season.
Stakes get higher, the pressure starts to mount, those rivalry games come up late in the season a lot of times for people. So this team has been really dominant throughout the season. Jesse, they got a little bit more to go, can't get too high just yet.
Yeah, so how much more do they have left in the tank? We know this season has taken a toll on them, even though they've looked really good at times. A couple guys have been dinged up, mentally, emotionally.
An icon of the sport, Paul Bunyan's axe stands tall as the prize for the game we have today. A battle that puts the spotlight on these two great institutions as we wait to see who will walk out with a sharp piece of hardware. Welcome to Huntington Bank Stadium, home to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a fellow big first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were, and the back knew exactly what he had to get 6.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll get set up for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Wisconsin has Paul Bunyan's axe. Goalposts have been figuratively chopped down, and the Gophers have been literally chopped down. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. So prized a possession is the old oaken bucket that I heard of a coach who won it for the first time and slept with it that night. From Bloomington to West Lafayette, the fans look to have their say in this in-state showdown. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Hoosiers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball. He's going for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Touching it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep...
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking downfield. Finds a man on the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Indiana!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Up at the 45-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads it downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Hoosiers are taking control of this game against the Boilers.
IU speeding away now. You can feel the momentum shifting towards Indiana's sideline. Purdue's got to do something now to get some of that back.
Oh, they can feel the bucket in their hands already. The rivalry game, they've done a great job handling their emotion, taking the lead.
This time around, the old Oaken Bucket will spend the year in Bloomington as Indiana beats Purdue. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Glad to have you with us in Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas, home to the Jayhawks. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another Big 12 foe, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack, and now back to work. A first down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were, and the back knew exactly where he had to get 6.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Big guy smells it, and he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen.
They can, though, pick up the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Sooners! Fitted in the window for the score. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Will stand. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's into the end zone for the 2-inning drive. It's 3rd and goal. He's looking to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Mark Jayhawk. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot.
We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on the
Victory formation on the road. There's not a better play call for an offensive coordinator to make.
I'm sure they would have liked to have locked up a bowl trip much earlier in the season, but in this particular case, what does bowl eligibility mean for the offseason?
Well, it means 15 extra practices at the bowl game to develop young players. Getting to a bowl game helps your recruiting. It's going to help in the portal, and all of a sudden people are going to get a lot more excited for what's coming next season, David.
Yeah, and I think this squad, I don't think they're excited about the practices necessarily, but a lot of these seniors that have been around, man, they...
Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the Buffaloes. Started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Shadow of their own goalpost have put quite a drive together. Let's it fly! Touchdown, Buffs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the...
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying play action. Got out of trouble and throws. Touchdown, Colorado! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
On second and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And the punishment has been extended.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for...
They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. They took it right down to the wire. Final game of the season, but they are now bowl eligible, and they can cash in on those extra practices and bonding time.
It's really a great moment. Like, you work so hard, and listen, this team, the season didn't go exactly how they wanted it to go, but to end on a high note is really good. And yes, Palmer, talking about those moments, the free vacation, the hotel, the new spot, the new things you get to do, the practice is fine, but extra time with your boys.
No doubt about it. Memories that will last a lifetime. The bowl experience is something today in the college football playoff that gets overlooked a lot, but it still means so much to these players. They worked so hard this offseason.
The Iron Bowl, 3 simple words, and they stir emotions and feelings across the entire state of Alabama, which can be felt and in many cases starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Have to move the chains. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Auburn! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And trying to pay off this red zone trip. He'll do it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
The 9. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Touchdown, Alabama! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage. He can run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown time! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak, it looked like it was ugly, but now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. He's going for the big play. Grabs it up for 25 in stride. Touchdown, Bama! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. The tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game he just threw.
From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Much time as possible. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Throws toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense.
Dude, talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
It's 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down. Wants to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Coleman. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on the kicker. And this will be for the game. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And this one to put them... They got it! It's blocked! Timeout is called with just a single second left. And they say history repeats itself, and the Iron Bowl is coming down to a long field goal. Again. The line of scrimmage is the 28. That'll make it a 45-yard field goal attempt and a big chance to win the game. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Now the pressure switches to their defense. They've got to get a stop. Nothing to work with as they try to force another round of OT. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating dominating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. If he houses this, it's ball game. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one. But guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back.
A physical matchup there. Third down coming. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's got enough. It'll be anything on the board will make them a winner here in OT. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation. Want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. And he drops the curtain. Lights out. Game-winning field goal in overtime. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been... What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome everyone to Palo Alto, California, the farm and the home of the Stanford Cardinal. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass, it's Carr. Going for it all. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well.
Wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up.
When they're staring at a 2nd and long, first down marker just short of the goal line. Working that left side now. And he's gonna score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins.
The Palmetto Bowl has had its moments over the years, ranked matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Welcome everyone to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Clemson. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum.
They'll run play action. Gonna take a shot. He's got it. Hits the crease. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
Yeah, and I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show.
To the catch. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Kneels down. South Carolina did a lot of throwing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the Palmetto Showdown. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Ohio State versus Michigan, the scarlet and gray versus the maize and blue. To many fans on both sides, this is a one-game season. Ohio State, of course, defending national champions, but Michigan has bragging rights. They've beaten the rivals the last 4 times. Welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan, and the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 17th ranked team, the Michigan Wolverines. Greenway's set up now with a 1st and goal, a chance to finally score the first touchdown of this game. They'll hand it off. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out, but now your own defense can help you preserve the lead.
So that last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. It is intercepted. Could take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. A big defensive score.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, this was a stunner. It's going to resonate around the college football landscape here. If this lower-ranked team came in here and said, give us some respect, and they went out and earned it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is a bit of a shocker to me, just to be able to see this team get run all over the field the entire game. Just didn't show up. I don't know what happened during the week with the preparation, but this blowout, I think, surprised a lot of people around the country.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.